morning, guys. It's pretty early. I got up kind of early to start on some clay pieces, and I think today I'm going to try and get some spring cleaning done. I've been stuck in the house forever, so I just kind of want to get my environment clean and happy and stuff, and I've been working so much that there's just literal stuff everywhere. Right now I have the wireframes for some antlers for commission in the oven. I've got the points already sculpted out. I'm going to pre-bake those for like 20 minutes or something, and then once they're out of the oven, I'm going to finish making the whole body. I like to do the points ahead of time, that way I don't have to mess them up while making the rest of the antlers. It just makes it easier. So I got that in the oven, I'm waiting for that to bake, and I'm trying to figure out a few other things that I should start on. I know one thing that I really want to do is start on some more axolotl dragons. The first one sold so quick that I want to make some in different colors. So I don't really have too much to pick from, because I want to stick to a more like muted palette with a lot of them, but I do have some very bright colors to work with. So if I want, I could do another white. I've got plenty of white for fabric, but I also have this lavender, and it's not super like pale, but I think it would look really pretty if I added a bunch of white colors and maybe some really pale pinks to it. So I got that. I've got black in here, and I think a solid black one would be kind of interesting to do, and then this one could be interesting. What do you guys think about a hot pink one? Because I could just make it like really bright and fun and colorful. But yeah, I think that's all the colors that I really want to use for them right now. I know I've got like darker colors, but it's kind of this like more matted type of fur, so I don't want to use that. And then I have a bunch of browns and stuff, but I don't think that'll work for the ocelots. So I got that, and then somewhere around here I need to find the pattern. I got it laying somewhere. Okay, I found my pattern. I had it somewhere over there for some reason. I think before I use it for more dragons, I want to take photos of it, because this is one of those patterns that I do want to sell, because it's a really simple one and it's pretty easy. Plus I want to use it over and over again too, because I really like the body style of the axolotl dragon that I did. I think I'll end up doing other dragons using the same pattern eventually, but... So I'm going to take some photos real quick of that pattern, and then we can use it to cut out some more fabric for some more axolotls. Okay, so these are all my pattern pieces for it. The main body, the tail, front legs, back, and I'm trying to figure out how to lay them out so they work in a way that can be printed off. So if I wanted to, I could just take a photo right here, and then it would be something that would fit roughly on an 8x10. But the problem is, this, I don't have a normal 8x10 piece of paper, but this is what an 8x10 looks like. I figured out the measurements and just added it to the paper. So if I was to just do it this way, it's going to be really tiny. Like this piece right here alone would only be like half the size. So like we could do that and make really small patterns, or I need to figure out how to like break up this pattern so that it fits in this 8x10 and you just put it together. I mean, I'm not going to count the legs right now, I'm mainly focused on the body. So like with the tail alone, I would have to cut it like in half. Let me get a pen. And I don't want it like the exact same length of the paper, so like roughly about there. And that would give me the tail. So the tail would have to be in two pieces. And then the body, I'm thinking the body might be a little bit more difficult, because I could cut it here and that would fit, but then it's still too long. So I kind of need to break up the body into 3 pieces. So where's the middle of this? I need to figure out how to break it up to where it makes a little bit of sense. Okay, I finally figured out how I needed to break up my pattern. So the pattern itself, like the full body pattern, was like 38 inches long. So I had to break it up into 4 pieces. I didn't want to do 5. So that meant I needed to do 9.5. So like for it to fit on an 8x10, each one of these needs to be 9.5 inches long. And that way there's a little bit of a margin. So there'll be a tiny bit of room on each side of the pattern. That way the pattern doesn't run off of the page. So I still think that the tail will have to be on a separate piece of paper than the body, but that's okay because the legs can go on that same paper. So I'm going to get my photos taken real quick, and then we can pick out all of our fabrics. Like I said, I think I'm going to use those 4, but I might change my mind, because I still need to figure out all the decorative things that can go with each one. Okay, so I got my photos taken, and now we're gonna finally get all this fabric cut out. I think I want to start with the lavender, so I'm gonna move all these out of the way because I just don't have a big enough desk to have all of that there. One day I'll have a big desk or multiple big desks where I don't have to constantly move things back and forth all over the place to get things done. That would be nice. Oh. Back to normal. Let's be a little bit more careful. I'm tempted to retape these back together because it would be easier to trace around two pieces or just one solid pattern instead of 4 random pieces, but I'm being lazy and I'm low on tape, so if I sell something I need the tape to box something up. I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed my axolotl video. I want to come up with more interesting creatures and stuff like that. Currently I want to work on a few smaller pieces just because I've been doing so many large projects that I'm actually kind of behind on making videos. So I need to come up with some really cute, interesting small creatures to make. Because right now everything like on my list of ideas for projects is really big, and I don't want to like shrink it down to a small project because I think it'd look cool as a big project. So I need to figure out what I'm doing with that. But yeah, everything's been going pretty decently. Just stuck at home working. And last vlog I mentioned that I was going to order groceries online, and this just kind of shows you how busy they are with taking orders, because normally I do order online and just have them deliver because it takes a lot of time to go grocery shopping. And this shows how like busy like home delivery actually is right now. I ordered last Monday and I still haven't gotten my groceries. I had to schedule them to be delivered this Tuesday. Like, things ship out across the states faster than that, but there's so many people placing orders that the slots are just filled. Which I'm glad, that's evidence that people are finally staying home. Not a lot of people though. Michael is an essential worker, so he's seeing all the people going out and about and not staying home, and you know they're not all essential workers, so yeah, he gets to see that we do have a lot of people that are not listening to it, and it's stressful because like different areas are having issues. Right now ours isn't that bad, but yeah, I just thought it was kind of crazy that I had to wait like a week for them to deliver groceries when it's like a 10-minute drive, but it's not because of the distance, it's because of how many people are ordering. Wow, this pink looks really bright on camera. Okay. Got the lavender one cut out, now we're doing hot pink. And I do think I will do another white one. I was debating on it, but it sold so quick, I think I should do another white one. I'm not going to make it like a perfect copy though. I don't really like doing repeats of things, so I'll probably change the style of it just a little bit, but it'll have like the same colors and stuff like that. Face might be slightly different too, just depends on what I'm in the mood to do. I think I'll do the same basic layout for the face for all of these, but again, they'll look slightly different. This will also help me like decide on like what's my favorite layout for the face, because if I decide to start like molding faces, it'll give me more options and see what I like doing more with it, which I'm not going to do that for quite a while. I've got a lot of other projects to work on besides making molds and stuff. I need to pick up more though, because I do want to make more horn molds and maybe some ears and noses. I think that would be a lot of fun to do too. Just little decorative bits right now, because I don't want to do full faces. Not yet. Eventually I do, but right now I just want to make like little trinkets and stuff that you put on, like the horns and other things like that. Well, if you guys are curious on patterns, I'm almost done with the owlbear, and like I said, I've just took photos of this pattern, so I'm going to work on that once I finish the owlbear, and that would be 4 patterns total. I might do like 1 more, just so it's like a nice 5 to put out, or I might just call it good at 4 and then like do 4 at a time. I don't know, because I know I'll do more patterns. I'll release more here and there, but I want a good number to start off with. Because we have 2 dinos, we have the owlbear, which is a fantasy creature. This would be a good dragon to start off with. And instead of doing a second type of dragon body, what we could do is I could do a fox or like a wolf pattern. Because that would be a little bit more different than just doing 2 dragons. And then later I could do another dragon release for a different body style. You know, this pink would actually work really well with red. It's such a like vibrant pink that if I did just hints of red, I think the red would still look like hot pink. So like the tail fluff for this one and the mane, I think I'll end up doing just red. It's up here. Yeah, like right there. Yeah, this one right here. See? I think that would actually look really good. Like it'd stand out a bit. Or what do you think? Do you think it's too dark? Should I go with like something different? Because I could just go straight white. Because I have tons of white still. Like I think that looks good, but I'm wondering if it pulls away from how pink it is. Because in my head, I'm picturing like a solid pink one, not like pink with white highlights. And if I did what I did with the white axolotl, what I did was I layered these. So like it kind of came out as like a muted, almost skin color. I don't know why it did that, but it's like, it doesn't really show much of the red through, but it still looks like it's slightly pink. I mean, I could do that as well, but it kind of looks gray next to the pink because pink is so vibrant. You don't see it as looking pink. I don't know, I'll think about it. I'm not going to cut the frilly parts out just yet. Okay, last one. We're going to be doing the black one. So I've got my white pencil, and I realized something really cool with the black fabric. What we could do is we could use this fabric for the tail and the frill. It's got all these like little ripples and stuff in it, and I think that'd look really cool. I don't have much of it, so we may not have it as bunched up as the other fabric, but I think it'll look really cool. Like the contrast between fur and that looks really nice. Now I've only had like black pearls, or like something similar to black pearls for it. Okay, I got all the fabric cut out for all 4 of the dragons. My hands are tired. You can kind of see a little bit of a red spot around my thumb. And a little bit on top. But yeah, I got all of these cut out. They actually look really pretty together. So I'm kind of thinking later on I might do a creature with all 4 of these colors. I'm just not sure what. Maybe a griffin. I haven't done a griffin in a long time. Also, after I got everything cut out, I finally finished the antlers. They actually look really good. I don't think I've made this well of a pair of antlers in a long time. I think they go like that. Yeah, they're supposed to go like that. But aren't those cool? I need to do antlers more often. Okay, so now that I have those things done, I think what I'm going to work on now is a bunch of editing because I've been putting off editing for a while to the point where if I don't edit this week, I'm not going to have videos next week. But pretty much I have a time lapse I need to cut down for an oil painting video, and then I have a mystery art doll video that I need to do, and then the tutorial for how to make dragon feet. So I've got all 3 of those I need to edit. I'm almost done with this one. It's just very time consuming. Currently I need to finish 2 more clips, editing them down and just kind of removing all the points where nothing is happening. And then I think I have like 7 or 8 more clips that are on an external hard drive that I need to add into iMovie so that I can edit those too. And then once that's finally done, I can finally record some audio to go over it. I just haven't decided what I'm going to talk about in this video. So I'm going to get that done real quick, and then we'll figure out what else we're going to do, because once I get this done, I'm going to export it out of iMovie so that the files are compressed and I can throw out all the other non-compressed files so my computer can actually work properly, because it's working really slow right now. Because right now, just for this one movie, I think I have 6 hours of footage in here, so it's a lot of footage, and I need to get it off the computer so I can process everything else. So you guys can get a better look at it. I've got it up here on top of the fridge drying. I'm not 100% sure if I'm completely done with it. This is the frame it's going to go in, by the way. but I'm kind of debating on like muddying up the edges or adding texture around it. Because when I put it in the frame, it just feels like something is slightly missing. So I might mess around with that, and then I'll have more footage I'll need to edit. Okay. Finally finished with that. Get my hard drive, and we can start putting all those in there. And now we can finally get the rest of the footage into iMovie to edit. I mean, I could have done this before, but I really didn't want it to be super slow while I was doing the other stuff. So I'll probably be running really slow with this last bit of footage in here. Okay, I got my last clips loading into iMovie. That's probably going to take a while, so figure out something to do. Oh, that's right, we were going to do some cleaning. I've got the perfect closet for us to clean. So this closet is pretty much just one of the hallway closets. And it's supposed to be kind of set up to be like my shipping closet, but it's turned into like my everything closet that I don't want out. So yeah, I need to get everything out of here and figure out what I need to throw away or what I need to store somewhere else. There's also things in here that like I need to obviously use. Like I have them and they'd be awesome to use, but I just never use them. Also, I hoard boxes, so anything that gets mailed to me I keep so I can mail things out. More boxes. Like I even keep the pieces because like I can reinforce them to make them extra strong. Because every now and again I get a weird box where it's just like, oh, I need it thicker so like nothing happens to the doll inside. Bubble wrap. I'm actually kind of low on this. This is basically just a foam insert to some random thing I ordered online. And I like to keep these because they work really well for when I resin my clay pieces, like my feet. Because normally with my feet they have wires that stick out. So I'll just like stick the wire in there and have a bunch of feet stuck in here covered in resin, and then they'll drip down any excess resin, and then they don't have to get stuck to anything, and it just works really well for when I resin my feet. But they're nasty looking and they don't last too long. Like this one obviously needs retired, but I don't have another one to replace it with. Oh, this is really cool. This is pretty much like a music stand. I actually found this, someone threw it away here at the apartments, and it's solid. Like this thing weighs like 30 pounds. And normally when I work on my normal easel, I'll put the palette somewhere, and this is like perfect height for it. So like instead of having to be next to a table, I can just have this anywhere where I'm painting. So it's really nice to have. Lately I haven't been working on pieces big enough to need to use it though. My fake grass. If I had room under the bed, I'd put it under the bed, but I don't. This is something that I actually got from Arteza. I think I showed it off. Not the hanger. The hanger is not part of it. But I never ended up using this. It is basically a cutting pad with some cutters and stuff. Maybe we'll mess around with that later. Also, my backup clay I keep in here. I'm actually kind of low and I need to order more. But I'm kind of nervous that it will never come or it'll be sent to the maintenance shed like the last time I ordered it. So yeah, I'm going to go through this and wait for everything to finish processing on the computer. Hopefully that's enough time to get this dealt with. I need to work on the big closet where I store all of the art dolls before they're sold, but because that's basically where everything extra gets stored, and it has all of our clothes in it and everything. It's just like a mashup of like everything, so it's a lot to deal with, and I have not been able to tackle that very well. Okay, it's not too much better, but like it doesn't look like horrible. I was able to get a lot more into my Tupperware, and then I still have these large items here, but like the shelf unit, it's a lot more organized. I need to find something to do with my extra bubble wrap, like the random pieces. And then I hung up my wire. I figured it would be just kind of easier and out of the way if I put them on hangers. So yeah, not too bad. I left the vacuum out because I'll probably vacuum here in a little bit, but there's still plenty of room in there for it. Okay, so my shipping closet's clean. It's still technically not just a shipping closet, but that's fine. Also got a little bit of vacuuming done. The files are done processing, so I'm probably gonna get back to editing. It's actually getting quite late, so I think I'll probably call the vlog done. Later today I'll probably be doing some more sewing and other things like that, but again, I have like 3 more videos I gotta edit, so pretty boring stuff. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching today's vlog. I had a lot of fun. It was mostly cleaning and just prepping and basic maintenance stuff for running an online shop and other things, but it was still a nice, relaxing day. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!